Welcome back to Red Lodge. We're getting ready again for the mini GP70. Elliot Pinson and Josh Watley on the front row, with Josh Hyatt and Franco Bourne on the second, from Blake Ansell and Cameron Hall. Liam Bassett, Jay Abel, Callum Wybrow and Scott Ogden round out the field. But this one is going to be very close. There's at least 5 riders on this grid who could win the whole thing. So away we go, and a very good start from Josh Watley. Is he just going to get the lead from Pinson? Not quite. Pinson holds his line, and the 12-year-old from Swindon, race leader, championship leader, still out in front. Very nicely done too.
Should we go on board with Josh Watley in second place there? Great on-board action, but Josh has forgot to put the camera on as he tries to go up the inside of Pinson. That would have been a great shot, Josh Watley. Unfortunately, I think he owes us some money for not putting the camera on. That's more money for the Christmas do.
I tell you what, it's such a shame as well, because this battle between them is already cooking up into something pretty tasty. Elliot Pinson hanging on to his line and Josh Watley giving him lots of chase. Franco Bourne currently in third position, the 11-year-old from County Durham. He, of course, won the third race at the last round of the championship at Llandau. So Franco Bourne is definitely still very much a factor in this championship, in this class, even here at Red Lodge, as Watley again tries to have a look at Elliot Pinson, and he hasn't quite been able to get on him. But look, that threw Pinson off his line. Watley could set him up here for the next section, but Pinson straight back into position as well. This is a great little dynamic between these two riders. They know how to psych each other out, but also they know how to collect it back together. Even if there is a tiny little mistake from Elliot Pinson, you can bet he's going to be right back in there. He will not allow Josh Watley to get into his head. Franco Bourne, meanwhile, hanging on to that third position very well in front of Josh Hyatt. 4th in the race, 6th in the championship after Llandau, and the young man from Cannock in Staffordshire holding his own very well there behind Franco Bourne. Let's not take it away from Josh Hyatt. He's doing a great job there in 4th place.
Yeah, 2 distinct battles on the track between those in 1st and 2nd, Pinson and Watley, and then Franco Bourne, who won that 3rd race. And it looks like Watley's up the inside. Has he got him though? Oh, he looks like he has. No! Oh, that was close though.
Magic, absolutely magic defending from Elliot Pinson. Josh Watley throwing it up the inside to say, Elliot, get out of my way, sunshine. You're not doing anything to help us out here. Elliot saying, what are you talking about? I'm leading this race. I'm not going to give it to you on a plate. They are absolutely battling royale here, and it is fantastic. They dice corner by corner. They've got completely different racing lines, completely different braking points, and they are psyching each other out here at the moment. This is more like a boxing match than a motorcycle race.
Yeah, Watley fancies this, doesn't he? He really does fancy this. You can just tell from the body language. It's almost like he's being held up by Elliot at certain parts of the track. Just lost a little bit of momentum there, just fallen a little bit further behind. That's Franco Bourne, the 21 bike, 57. Is Josh Hyatt, who's coming next. It's Cameron Hall with Blake Ansell just in behind.
Yeah.
Cameron Hall, the 12-year-old from Barnsley, 5th on track, 5th in the championship after round 1.
Fantastic, great battles all the way through this field, and Blake Ansell's looking pretty racy there in 6th position, trying to take on Cameron Hall as well. And don't forget, Cameron Hall in multiple classes. Blake Ansell is actually the man who's the runner-up in the points at the moment, thanks to his consistency at Llandau, and we know he's a great race winner as well when he gets an opportunity. Further back, Callum Wybrow gets out of the way of your race leader Elliot Pinson, and this could cause a real headache for Watley. He goes right round the outside of Callum Wybrow. That was inch perfect, and he had to do it there, otherwise Pinson was going to disappear forever and a day.
But I think that's cost him the race there, Jake. To be honest, he's had to go round the outside of Callum Wybrow, and it certainly cost him time. He's closing in now, so we have a look at Jay Abel. He's the next man on Elliot Pinson's list.
Yeah, and he won the Mini Moto Silverstone meeting last year. Don't forget the exhibition meeting. Pinson just sides through him up the inside. Watley has gained some time. He's gained some time there on Jay Abel because Pinson got held up a little bit. Watley zoomed straight down the inside on the back straight. So that has actually given Josh Watley a chance to get back into this contest.
Yep, where's the onboard camera when you need it, Josh? Where is it? That's the 64 going through the shot there. It's Liam Bassett.
Yeah, he's battling it out with Scott Ogden, another man doing multiple classes, of course. But Pinson, look at that. That's what the advantage of reading his way through the traffic has given him. Meanwhile, this battle for 5th continues between Cameron Hall and Blake Ansell. Ansell has been getting closer lap on lap. I wonder if he's going to save his very best to last. Meanwhile, Josh Hyatt has been closing up on Franco Bourne. Look, the gap was much bigger than that only a couple of laps ago, and the 57 is reeling in Franco Bourne pretty quickly. But is he going to run out of time before we get to the finish line to snatch that 3rd position? Blake Ansell is trying to chase down Your man in third position, Franco Bourne. Pinson still lapping back markers as if they're cherries on a Christmas tree, just going through them very quickly. My word, that was bravery as he takes on Liam Bassett to get a lap on him. Scott Ogden will be the next one on the road. He's fourth in the championship after Landau, don't forget. So that just shows you the quality of riding that Elliot Pinson is currently on, scything his way through the field in a similar sort of fashion to the way that lumberjacks scythe through logs. Absolutely incredible right now. And still, this battle is heating up as well between Hall and Ansell for fifth position, and I'm not entirely sure that one is going to be decided until the very last lap of this race. Look, Josh Watley is desperately trying to make up some ground. He's doing everything he can, but every time he gets close to the back of Elliot Pinson, he manages to come up to another back marker, and that's held him up again a little further into the race. And Elliot Pinson has just managed his time beautifully, but that is Blake Ansell, Alan. He's in front of Cameron Hall.
Yeah, he's made his way past Cameron Hall, out of shot of the cameras, and he's cleared off as well. So looks like he's been held up during the race. As we have a look at that's Josh Watley coming through for the last lap.
Look at the gap that Elliot Pinson has been able to pull out. It's over 7 seconds he's managed to pull across on Josh Watley. He's faster by nearly half a second compared to his main rival. He's the only rider to duck below the 35-second barrier for the circuit. Elliot Pinson is in a league of his own right now, and this man, Blake Ansell, look at the distance he's managed to put between himself and Cameron Hall. They were absolutely on each other's wheels last time around, but the checkered flag is going to come out for the number one, Elliot Pinson. He's done the victory. Second position for Josh Watley in flamboyant style. He has been beaten this time. The man in third place, Franco Bourne, still very much in touch with them both. Fourth place for Josh Hyatt, fifth position for Blake Ansell, but the man in form right now is the number one, Elliot Pinson, still large and in charge out in front. It's going to take a miracle at this rate for anyone to get close to him. What a performance.
Well, Elliot would go on to win race 2, but a fourth in race 3 would mean that Josh Watley scored more points over the weekend. He closes the gap by 2 points, but it's still Elliot Pinson that has the lead by 8 from Watley and Blake Ansell in third. Just time to bring you highlights from the MotoTeam and Pit Bike 140 race. It was a mixed grid. The 33 bike, ridden by Sam Clowes, he was the MotoTeam champion last year, never turned up at round 1, he was working. Sam needs to understand that Saturday is playtime, not work time. He dumps it through the right-hander while leading this one. In MotoTeam, you can have more than one rider. It was Sam's dad that rode the bike at round 1. Sam should probably have let him ride it at round 2. This incident brought out a red flag for some reason. Now, there may have been another rider go down somewhere else on the circuit. Sean Whittaker on the 112 on his new bike got taken down there by the 76 of Jamie King. The red flag came out with restart, and Sam Clowes, who couldn't get the bike going after the earlier incident, in the time it took to re-grid them, he managed to get the bike going and took his pole position back. How jammy is that? Very jammy indeed, Sam Clowes, very jammy. The 121 is the leading Pit Bike 140 rider. That's Henry Mostrom, who would take the lead at this stage overall. Sam Clowes is second. The 94, Liam Wood, just in third place, and the 76 also got it going after that earlier incident, Jamie King. They're in fourth place. The famous Kermit the Frog Miss Piggy suit is worn by Fraser Kinnaird. Well, Liam Wood would dump it a lap later when he was in second place in the Pit Bike 140 class. Unfortunate for him, because he was looking pretty racy at this stage. Flashing through the picture, Keith Bolton on the 8 bike was battling with Steve Ball for second place in the MotoTeam race. That's the MotoTeam leader down the 33. At 76, Jamie King. He's got Fraser Kinnaird right behind him, but King's on the 140. Kinnaird's in the MotoTeam race. Jamie King, just as you see from the graphic there, we look at Fraser Kinnaird's details. Jamie King with that huge number 76 on his back. That's got to be mandatory in future for all riders. We love it. He's our new favourite rider in the championship. Any time in a mini bikes race you can see what the actual number is, it's fantastic. Talking of actual numbers, Sean Whittaker, who should be number 112, he's actually got 12 on his bike. There he is on the green machine, that brand new machine he's brought this weekend. He's already crashed once. Whittaker running the 12, should be running 112. Put the right numbers on, guys. Talking of the right numbers, 110 going through the picture there is Elliot Ferguson, chased by the 69 of Ian Denny. They're in different classes. But they're all having their own little battles here. This is Henry Mostrom there on the 1-2-1, making his way through the traffic. At this stage, Sam Clowes was still leading in the MotoTeam race as Kinnaird goes down and Whittaker gets taken down again for the second time in the race. God is obviously punishing him for bringing a brand new bike and putting the wrong number on. Sorry, Sean, but you know I'm right. Henry Mostrom won the Pit Bike 140 race from Liam King and Earl Stevenson coming home in third. And in MotoTeam, look, Keith Bolton came through in front. I don't know what happened to Sam Clowes, but he ended up in second place when he was leading by a mile. Steve Ball third. Well, quick look at the championship points in MotoTeam just before the break. It's Steve Ball for FAB-Racing that leads it from Fraser Kinnaird, Keith Bolton third. The champion Sam Clowes only scored 4 points more than his dad at round one. You go back to work, Sam. Let your dad ride.